People have different experiences in life. As a result, one develops a perspective. Think about the American experience. You're born here, go to school, most likely in a public school, graduate, get a job, buy a car, move out, go to college, get another job, start a business, barely buy a house, and retire after 30 to 50 years. That's just how it goes here. Some people never get to leave their towns in their lifetime just to explore, to see something different. Therefore, trying to understand how it feels to live in another country would be an eye opener. So open your eyes and see what it's like to live on the island of Jamaica. I have visited this beautiful country where my family comes from, so speaking from a front row seat, I have seen a couple major differences between how life is in the US and Jamaica. One major difference is the driving. Unlike here, most people don't own a vehicle. But there are motorcycle taxis, small buses, sometimes unmarked taxis, and big yellow buses that go longer distances, not like the school buses. The roads are narrow and the people drive fast all the time. These are the main means of transportation. My trips to Jamaica have only allowed me to see a small picture of what life is actually like there. So, a few of my friends who live in Jamaica agreed to tell me what it's like. First, I asked what it was like to go to school there. My sources tell me that discipline is a very important part of school. Apart from the mandatory morning devotion, their uniforms need to be very neat. Girls always wear their dress or skirt uniform, and guys wear full khaki, and everyone wears black shoes. Nothing can be tight fitting. Your hair must be a natural color with no extensions for girls, and guys have to have their hair cut short and neat. Now, I know for a fact that students in America would start protesting if that were ever implemented here. Another step in life is getting a job, whether it be during or after high school. So I asked them about it, and they told me that getting a job is, and I quote, super hard, bruv. Hard isn't even the word. It's all about connection. From the many answers I received, getting a job is extremely difficult. The economic standards are much lower than they are here, and the competition for jobs are much greater. But it isn't too hard to develop your own business venture, like this. An old Jamaican proverb goes like this: one cocoa full basket, which means if you put something in your basket one at a time, it will eventually become full. That can also mean that if you work hard and save little by little, you'll make it. But saving money and buying a car in Jamaica is one thing that is not as easy as it is up here. So no 16-year-olds owning vehicles, sorry. Aside from work, I asked what they did in their free time. Most of the guys said football, hanging out, and listening to music, while the girls said reading, music again, and hanging out with friends. No one said going to the beach though. I thought that was interesting. But music is very influential in Jamaica, and parties are very frequent and can get a little crazy at times. I also asked the question, how important is religion to your culture or your family? My friend responded like this.
I would say that Jamaican culture strongly believes in Christianity, in religion. When once you're born and grow in a family in Jamaica, you're expected to go to church. You're expected to understand who Christ is and what He is to us and who He is to us. So, like the culture of religion in Jamaica is very strong. It helps us to grow. It helps us to be a better person, and our parents instill it in us from a young age. So I would say that the culture, it is our culture, and it is very important in our life.
So obviously religion is very important there. What about the food? Nearly everyone has at least one kind of fruit tree or garden in his or her yard. Banana, sweet sop, breadfruit, ackee, guinea, cherry, June plum, and most of all, mangoes. According to my friends, the best food comes from there, and I can testify to that. But I asked them one last thing about what they think outsiders don't understand about them, and these were their answers. My experience there included me doing hard labor, like washing clothes with my hands and a bucket, which definitely opened my eyes to see how much I take for granted. For this presentation, I wanted to analyze the way of life and see the ins and outs, the everyday stuff that they might not think is significant. The mangoes and the beaches will always be calling my name, but every time I go, I come back home with a desire to make something of the opportunities that I have in this country.